Subline every day. And that's your lunch menu, brought to you by First Franklin Financial.
Harris Ace Hardware is now dealers for lethal hunting products and trophy hunting products, cover scent, odor eliminating, bow slings, gun slings, and so much more. Harris Ace also carries 5-way mix for food plots with fertilizer and corn, and they carry the latest Yeti products. For all your building material needs, stop by and let the helpful folks in their contracting sales department assist you in selecting just what you need. Harris Ace will not be beat on price. They will match any competitor's price on identical products. Harris Ace Hardware in Jesup, Eulonia, and Hinesville.
Hello, my name is Chad Neesmith from Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup. At Neesmith, we have the biggest inventory of new and used vehicles around. We also have the best prices guaranteed. We know everyone wants the best vehicle at the best price. At Neesmith, we'll give you just that. We sell all makes and models from Lexuses, Nissans, BMWs, and of course all GM and domestic cars too. Best of all, if we don't have the vehicle on the lot you want, we can get it for you in just a day or two, tops. All we ask at Neesmith is before you buy to give us a chance to save you some money. We will have the best prices and give you the most for your trade guaranteed. So don't pay too much. Come and see us today and let us show you how we can get you into the vehicle you want at the lowest price, guaranteed. Only at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup on Highway 341 towards New Brunswick, or visit us online at neesmithnow.com. That's neesmithnow.com or at 912-427-2045. There ain't nothing wrong with the right price.
Coastal Pines Technical College now has more programs than ever that are Pell eligible, including neuromuscular massage therapy and paralegal studies, both offered on the Golden Isles campus. Other financial aids such as Hope, the SWIG Grant, and Foundation scholarships are also available as well. So enroll now at Coastal Pines Technical College and start training for a career you love. More locations, more programs, more opportunities. Expect more at Coastal Pines. coastalpines.edu, equal opportunity institution.
Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for the latest in local news. In the news, the turnout for early voting continues to be heavy at the Wayne County Registrar's Office, as on Tuesday, 321 more votes cast to bring Wayne County's total of early votes to 4,253, with today, Thursday, and Friday still remaining, and then the vote on Election Day, Tuesday, November the 8th. Reminder of the times today through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the office. It's open during the lunch hour, and besides the presidential race, Wayne County deciding the sheriff's race here in Wayne County, the election between incumbent John Carter and challenger Kevin Johnson, and the District 4 City Commission race between Adeline Brown and Stanley Todd. Once again, early voting today, Thursday and Friday this week from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Remember, WIFO-FM will be your election headquarters Tuesday, November 8th, have the local results for you, while Fox News will have the presidential coverage up until midnight Tuesday, November the 8th. On Tuesday morning at the William A. Zorn Airport, members of the governing bodies of Wayne County gathered to discuss the upcoming SPLOST and eSPLOST referendums that will be put before the voters to help ensure that the current SPLOST and eSPLOST remain for another 6-year period, looking to raise between $20 to $22 million in tax money that will be used for special projects that will be listed on the ballot for the voters to vote on. County Administrator Luther Smart, City Manager Mike Deal, Commissioners, School Superintendent Jay Brinson, and school board members, IDEA Director Del Keith, Chairman Director Christy Carter, and others on hand to discuss what the priorities should be, how to go about selling the SPLOST and eSPLOST to the voting public a year from now. WIFO-FM talked with City Manager Mike Deal after the meeting. He felt it was a very productive meeting.
I thought the meeting went really well this morning. We had quite a few people there. We had people from all the other governments, local governments. We had a good crowd. A lot of people showed up from each group, actually, more than I kind of figured would be there. But and we come to basically the same conclusion that we need a SPLOST. We need it bad. It'll be hard to carry on the services we provide for this community without a SPLOST. It would definitely cut back on the service if we don't have the new SPLOST, or we would have to increase taxes. But it was a good meeting. We got some things to do. We got some steps to figure out on what we do next. But I thought it was a really good meeting. I was pleased.
As was mentioned this morning, it's a sales pitch. The voters have to decide whether they think it's a good thing or a bad thing. As you mentioned, the main thing that needs to be done is to make sure people know where the money's gone before. Everything's been used for good projects. As you mentioned, been good stewards of the money. But as you mentioned, it comes in handy. Plus, it's a fair tax. Everybody helps. Everybody that comes from Appleton and Long and Pierce, they help.
That's
With the
right.
1 cent sales tax like we do when we go to their places. So again, it's just a fair tax. It creates a lot of money, a lot of millions of dollars, and again, it's used for many projects.
That's correct. I don't know the exact numbers, and we'll do that research before we start letting people know the sales pitch, as you said, and that's a good way to summarize it. But I think we have a good history. On past local option sales tax and special purpose local option sales tax, I think we got a pretty good history. We do what we say we're going to do. If we say we're going to spend it on water and sewer issues, we spend it on that. If we say we're going to try to pave X number of roads, we try to pave X number of roads. So it's all about where the general public believes you're going to spend their money wisely, and I think our past record shows that we intend to do just that. And I think we have done that. I think it's been spent exactly on what it should be spent on, and we're going to try to get a new list of the items that we want this special purpose tax to pay for, and we're going to try to line that out and go in order and do exactly what we promised the people. If they will vote this tax in, we'll do back for them. And I think it's all about them believing in us in passing this next SPLOST.
Those gathered on hand Tuesday have set up another meeting for November 15th as they want to form a committee and begin the sales pitches. They set priorities and projects that will be on the ballot. Current SPLOST ends in 2018. Luther Smart states that the current SPLOST raised close to $22 million. Looking how that was spent, $11 million used to help pay off the GO bonds for the new hospital, $4 million in road improvements in the county, $900,000 in recreation projects, $1.65 million for emergency vehicles at the county's portion, City of Jesup, $3 million for water and sewer improvements, Odin's portion for streets and drainage, and Scriven for streets and paving and water and sewer. People gathered Tuesday state that SPLOST is very important to Wayne County and the Wayne County school system. They're hoping the voting public sees the need to continue the 1 cent penny SPLOST that raises millions of dollars for Wayne County. Again, we'll continue to follow the story as it develops. Again, the next meeting set for November the 15th. City of Jesup Commissioners met last night. We'll come back, take a look at that meeting right after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Communication is the key when it comes to business, especially your financial business. That's why Altamaha Federal Credit Union makes communication a priority, making banking easier for you. AFCU has money to lend, and it's easy to apply online or with a quick phone call. Your local credit union with open lines of communication. Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Jesup, Scriven, and Ludowici. Visit altamaha.org. Equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
Whether you need a paint job or accident repair, call the folks at B&C Collision Center in Scriven to help you out in your time of need. Whether a few dents or a major collision repair, call Jerome and let his staff assist you with your estimate. Their employees are drug screened and certified through iCar. Now B&C has 24-hour towing for all your wrecker and towing needs. Plus, we'll pick up and deliver your vehicle. Call Jerome at 579-2274, 579-2274 next time you need a tow.
Seasons change. Quality of service doesn't. For 75 years, First Franklin Financial has been serving the financial needs of your friends and neighbors. You can always depend on the caring staff to be there when you need them. Drop by and see your friendly Franklin folks at 1074 North Macon Street, or give them a call at 427-4237, or apply online at oneffc.com. All loans are subject to our liberal credit policy and limitations, if any. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLSR number 141654. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
This is your sheriff, John Carter. For the past 32 years, it has been my honor and privilege to serve our county as a deputy, a chief deputy, and for the past 11 years as your sheriff. I served our country in the United States Army. I am a Vietnam veteran. I have a degree in criminal justice and over 2,100 hours of training in law enforcement, drug enforcement, jail management, and court security and services. I have the experience, knowledge, and skills necessary to continue to lead the sheriff's office in a positive direction. Your vote and continued support will be greatly appreciated. Paid for by the committee to re-elect John Carter.
Jesup City Commissioners met Tuesday evening at City Hall. Several police officers recognized and commended for their service and bravery as they responded to a house fire back on October 22nd on Mayfair Street, entered that building, and rescued a man inside the residence. Mayor David Earl Keith read the proclamations to each officer. Steve Rouse, Scott Hardenbrook, and Stephen Rouse. Here's the mayor reading one of their letters of commendation.
I want to thank you for going beyond the call of duty and risking your safety in order to rescue a citizen involved in a house fire. On October 22nd, you and Officer Stephen Riles responded to a call on Mayfair Street in reference to a house fire with a man trapped inside. Upon your arrival, screaming and yelling could be heard coming from the burning and smoke-filled residence. You entered the burning structure fire and observed the victim on the couch with burns over several areas of his body. Fire and smoke filled the area as you and Officer Stephen Riles wrapped the victim, Mr. Bell, in a blanket and carried him to safety outside the residence. Mr. Bell was transported to the hospital and later airlifted to the Augusta Burn Center for treatment. You and Officer Riles received smoke inhalation injuries and were treated at Wayne Memorial Hospital. Your heroic actions are examples of what define public safety service. Your dedication and professionalism is what makes Jesup and Wayne County a safe place to live. Thank you, sir.
In other news from the meeting, the commissioners approved the first reading of their new record ordinance. The second reading will take place in their meeting in December. The ribbon cutting for the Strand Cinemas takes place November 17th. Owner Ralph Hickok's on hand Tuesday asking the commissioners' permission to close Cherry Street that evening from 7 to 9 p.m. as the ceremony will take place, and they'll have Low Country Bowl served in the unveiling of the marquee. Hickok says inside there will be 3 screens. One will open that weekend. The other 2 set to be opened in March, but the Strand Cinema about to be opened again. The ribbon cutting is set for November 17th. Don Darden wants to form a cemetery committee for the city of Jesup as the city charter asks for. Currently, no city cemetery as the current facility is full. Darden says the city is obligated to its residents to provide a city cemetery. First step is to form a committee. On it will be 5 people. 2 of those will be the city manager and the city clerk. So the commissioners have to come up with 3 people to serve on the committee for 5 years. Commissioners also approved repairs for a 301 North Lift Station. The cost $107,161. It was approved at a work session under an emergency situation. Commissioner Nick Harris wanted the purchase to put into the official city record. Alan Boyd, Assistant Public Works Director, on hand with an update on the trash pickup since Hurricane Matthew. Boyd says they're working extra hours in the afternoon and should be completed in the next 3 weeks. He says about 70% of their work is completed, and they continue to work daily. Over 100 loads have been taken out of the city. Again, the mayor and the commissioners commended everyone for all they did during the storm. Cooperative effort between all agencies really a big factor here in Wayne County. Finally, the mosquitoes discussed last night. The advice is let nature take its course. Cold temperatures on the way. That should alleviate the problem. Mike Dewey says he's against spraying, as U.S. Centers for Disease Control says spraying is the least effective means for killing the mosquitoes. Also, spraying causes other problems, killing bugs that eat mosquitoes, also possibly harming butterflies and birds and other animals. City of Jusup's position is spraying or is no spraying. Let the cold weather come in, take its natural course of eliminating the mosquitoes. Again, that was discussed last night in detail, and that's a look at your City of Jesup meeting last night at City Hall. We'll come back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor and other commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Communication is the key when it comes to business, especially your financial business. That's why Altamaha Federal Credit Union makes communication a priority, making banking easier for you. AFCU has money to lend, and it's easy to apply online or with a quick phone call. Your local credit union with open lines of communication. Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Jesup, Scriven, and Ludowici. Visit altamaha.org. Equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties for over 13 years. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the only nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our new administrative offices, located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, have opened recently as Phase 1 of our building project. Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak to someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
Coastal Pines Technical College now has more programs than ever that are Pell eligible, including neuromuscular massage therapy and paralegal studies, both offered on the Golden Isles campus. Other financial aids such as Hope, the SWIG Grant, and Foundation scholarships are also available as well. So enroll now at Coastal Pines Technical College and start training for a career you love. More locations, more programs, more opportunities. Expect more at Coastal Pines. coastalpines.edu, equal opportunity institution.
Final notes in the news. Don't forget, daylight savings time ends this weekend. Insurance and Safety Fire Commissioner Ralph Hutchins urging Georgians to change the battery in their smoke alarm at the same time they change their clocks back to standard time this Sunday. In conjunction with Change Your Clock, Change Your Battery fire safety program sponsored by the International Association of Fire Chiefs. Commissioner Hutchins says the annual change from daylight savings time to standard time is a good reminder to make sure your smoke alarm is in working order. He says if you have a smoke alarm, make sure it's in working order. Changing the battery at least once every year and cleaning dust from the device is a simple way to ensure continued protection of your family and your property. Having a working smoke alarm doubles the chances you will survive a fire in your home. Last year in Georgia, there were 82 fatal residential fires, which resulted in 100 fire fatalities. Only 9 residents had a working smoke alarm. So far in 2016, fire has claimed the lives of 124 Georgians. 117 of those deaths have occurred in either a home or an apartment. Again, daylight savings time ends Sunday, November 6th at 2 a.m. when clocks are set back 1 hour. Long County Health Department having that special flu vaccine day. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is only recommending injectable flu shots this season. The Health Department offers flu shots for $29 and high-dose flu shots made to better protect those 65 years of age and older for $50. Health Department holding that walk-in flu vaccination clinic today from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, no appointment is necessary. Finally, Thursday of this week is the 15th annual Day for Wayne on the mighty Altamont River at the Clanton River Ranch. Lunch will be served from 12:30 to 2. Entitled A Romp in the Swamp. Always a big event as politicians and business leaders from around the state gather for fellowship and networking and a good time. Again, that's this Thursday, the 15th annual Day for Wayne. And finally, in the news, don't forget this morning on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show, special guest U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson will be calling in seeking re-election on Tuesday, November 8th. Again, Isakson will join us this morning to discuss his re-election bid, talk presidential politics, other topics. That's this morning on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports coming your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO. The Wayne County Young Farmers proudly present their annual fall truck pull at the Jesup JC Fairgrounds. Friday and Saturday, November 4th and 5th. Join the Wayne County Young Farmers for lots of family fun and entertainment. Get ready for the truck pull. Watch the 2- and 4-wheel drive